Live from WQAD, this is News 8 at 9.
Right now on News 8 at 9, how an overdose death led to unique charges and how it's helping with catching future drug dealers. And flood watch, the Rock Island Health Department is warning about possible health concerns after Rock River flooding. How to make sure your water is safe to drink. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Jim Mertens in for Johnny Gingerich tonight, and the Moline Police Department says it's targeting a different kind of killer in the fight against drug overdose deaths. They're going after the dealers themselves. In what could be a landmark case, police say they're holding a drug dealer responsible for giving someone a fatal dose of heroin. News 8's Elizabeth Wattis tells us what led to that arrest.
He loved family get-togethers, which we did every weekend.
A brother, a son, and a proud dad who got mixed up with the wrong people and the wrong things.
He had made the choice to go back to his wife. And the day they got back together, that's when he lost his life because he did that heroin once again with her.
December 9th, a phone call to Manuel Rico's mom, Lisa.
5:23 a.m., I'll never forget it.
Police say he was found unresponsive at this Moline hotel.
Mr. Rico died of a fentanyl overdose.
Typically, that's the end of the story. A person overdoses and dies. But this time, it's only chapter 1.
For my son, for justice.
After more than a month of investigating across state lines, a different phone call.
Tears, sadness, but also tears of justice.
Police charged 25-year-old Kayla Kundert with drug-induced homicide. Kayla was Rico's wife.
The allegation is that she delivered a substance containing fentanyl to Manuel Rico on December 8th or 9th. Manuel Rico then used it, and as a result of using it, Manuel Rico died.
Police say because of text messages and interactions on social media, Kundert was arrested and charged for Rico's death. Justice for a family, but a stronger message to the people doing the wrong things.
You're going to be held accountable. Every agency in the Quad Cities now, we're going to treat these like homicides. And when we get one here at the Moline Police Department, we're going to investigate it like it's a act of violence.
This story isn't over. The first charge is still just the beginning.
This is not a case closed. I would hope that we can get more arrests out of this.
It's Elizabeth Wattis reporting, and Detective Griffin says if police can keep connecting the dots of where the drugs originally came from in this case, there could be more charges filed. If found guilty, Kayla Kundert could face up to 30 years in prison. 2 people have been arrested after a shots fired call in Davenport led to a car chase. Police say there were 2 shots fired call, one off North Elise Street, that would be Elsie Street, the other at North Fairmount this afternoon. Witnesses say 2 cars were chasing one another with shots being fired from one vehicle. Police did locate one car, but they drove off, leading police on a chase. The car crashed short time later off of Cedar Street, where 2 people were seen running from that car. They were later found and arrested. No one was hurt. A 17-year-old has been arrested for a shots fired call in Muscatine. Last night, police there were called to the 2100 block of Sampson Street, as you can see on this map. No one was hurt. No property was damaged. The 17-year-old was arrested and charged with intimidation with a dangerous weapon. Warm enough to break out some short-sleeve T-shirts for a while. How long will it last? We're going to find out now. Storm Track 8 Chief Meteorologist James Herron joins us in the Weather Center. James?
Yeah, it was a good-looking day out there. Good way to start off the work week as temperatures did manage their way around the mid to upper 50s for daytime highs. Here's even a wider picture of those daytime highs across the board. Check out the flow of the air coming out of the southwest. And those temperatures that we see around Kansas and portions of Missouri, that is all heading in our direction as we make our way into tomorrow. So a big hint on what to expect for daytime highs. Here are the current temperatures across the board. Plenty of 40s, even a few upper 30s to our north from Rockford westward into about Savannah and Maquoketa. Right now the Quad Cities 40 degrees after a daytime high of 58 degrees. Temperatures will cool a little bit, maybe staying just above freezing, and then warming up quickly heading into tomorrow. So the week's warmest expected tomorrow, but quickly followed by that will be the week's wettest. And I'll show you where that next chance of rain will be, when it will arrive, and how much we could end up with coming up in just a few minutes. Jim?
We are still on flood watch tonight for parts of the Rock River. The river is still 2 feet over flood stage. Now officials are warning about health problems associated with that water. The Rock Island County Health Department says floodwaters can pollute water wells, cause problems in private sewage systems, and increase mold inside of homes. The health department recommends residents near the river test their water supply before drinking and flush septic tanks. The health department is selling water kits for about $10 at their office. They also remind residents to wear protective clothing, cover cuts and open wounds when cleaning up floodwaters. Fairway stores defending their reputation after being named in a lawsuit over salmonella-tainted chicken salad. The stores sold the chicken salad that was produced by Triple T Meats. It was recalled due to a salmonella contamination. 100 people in several states were sickened by the products. Fairway blames the illness on Triple T Meats. The company releasing a statement saying it acted before the USDA to stop the problem. Triple T says the bad chicken salad wasn't found in their facility, so they say the contamination must have happened during shipping. The U.S. Supreme Court today heard arguments in a labor case that could have a big impact on public sector unions. At issue, whether unions representing government workers like teachers and firefighters can charge non-members fees. Illinois union worker Mark Janis filed a lawsuit saying making him pay the fees is a freedom of speech violation. Illinois Governor Bruce Rauner calls fair share union dues unconstitutional, but union members fear a ruling against them will devastate their membership.
It's designed to undo over 40 years of public policy, and I think it'll have an adverse impact.
We need more balance, and this ruling could help us create that.
The unions say the outcome of this case could affect more than 5 million government workers in 24 states and in Washington, D.C. The Supreme Court is expected to issue its ruling in June. Davenport Police Department is hiring more officers, that is, to work within the Davenport School District. With new grant money, Davenport Police bringing on 2 new resource officers. It's all part of an expansion to their school resource officer program. The plan is to provide more security at the junior high school level.
Having a police officer at every junior high and high school would be ideal for the department. That's something it's been growing, throughout the country.
The new officers will start this fall at the beginning of the school year. O'Hare International Airport in Chicago could soon be expanding, adding an international terminal. The $8.5 billion deal would create a new state-of-the-art global terminal and add dozens of new gates as well as new concourses. If O'Hare major tenants United and American agree to the plan, it would see the demolition of the current Terminal 2 to be replaced by a larger global terminal shared by the 2 airlines. It would also provide domestic and international flights. The expansion could compete with other large international airports.
This changes the whole mix, would give us a terminal more like the global cities around the world, spacious terminals, relatively expensive though. It's a big lift for the city.
When you think of other airports in Asia and Europe, this one pales in comparison.
The expansion at O'Hare would be the single largest and most expensive terminal revamp in the airport's 73-year history. Customers of the John Taylor Hair Salon are blindsided after the shop closed for good over the weekend. Many customers have paid for gift cards and package deals they may never get to use. The shop owner says she was essentially evicted and got her final notice to pay up her lease or move out about 10 days ago. But customers say the shop continued to sell them gift cards and package deals as late as this weekend. One customer says she's out more than $80.
Well, we spent, what was it, like $350 on a series of 4 facials, and I've done 3 of them, so I don't have one that I'm probably not going to get. That kind of seems backstabbing a little bit.
Right now, the owner says she is not able to give refunds at this time, but says she's working with the Avenue Salon in Moline on a deal to honor some of those gift cards and deals purchased before the shop closed. Still ahead on News 8 at 9, sing and dance. A high school performance is doing more than just showing off their talents. How dancers are raising awareness for issues affecting people all over the nation.
And we've got a good 24 hours until the next round of wet weather rolls on through, and plenty more later on this week. Probably end up in the form of some snow in some hometowns. I'll show you where that will take place right after the break here at WQAD News 8.
You're watching WQAD. This is News 8 at 9.